What is up? What is up? What's up, Foot Hall? What is up, Foot Hall? What is up, Mr. Mickey the Mouse? So y'all, your votes were in. Most people ended up. It was really a close tie to actually being, what was it? I think building projects, which is crazy. Y'all were really close. There's a couple people that commented too that were talking about building projects. There was one comment that I actually really liked. Hey, what's up? What's up? There was one comment that I actually really liked where it was talking about possibly just doing all three and just switching up the title for whatever it is. Hey, what's up, Deb Matt? What is up? So I feel like that's probably going to be the one that I do end up going for. But I do want to make it very clear, and the reason why I'm just going to say this is just because I feel like some people probably think because I don't really put it on camera that I'm not building projects, right? So I want to make it very clear that I actually do build projects, and I have built a lot of projects within these, I think within these about to be four, actually no, I think it's 4 months today. Hopefully I can get this video out for today. That would be pretty damn dope. But I've actually built a lot of projects within these 4 months. I just don't document all of them. And I know I also say too that like most of the time I'm on stream when I do, or most of the time I'm on stream because I do work most of the time. So whatever you see on stream, you're probably thinking that's like where the majority of my time goes, but behind the scenes I'm still working on projects. I just don't put them on camera because I rather do it alone rather than do it on camera, and then let's say someone gives me the answer or I can't really study the way I would want to or focus the way I would want to. But I'm definitely planning on building projects on live, but some people did make it seem like I just don't build projects at all, and that is not the case. But it was up to Shar. Most people ended up voting for me to do to try to get my JS certification, which is going to be super dope, meaning we're just going to solve a couple of questions on for code camp for today. Probably still take some notes as well. But real quick, I want to get a picture for my Instagram. I know I don't have too much followers on Instagram, but I just want to get a picture. I'm trying to post more on Instagram, by the way. So let me just go and zoom in if I can. There we go. Chat. And that was not a picture, I tell you that much. I don't even know how that turned into a video. 1 second. I'm trying to get y'all in the chat here. Damn, I look crazy though. I don't even care. I also want to private my Instagram account because I don't want people to know, like real life people, like people that I know from like school or something or work. I don't want them to be able to find this. Not yet. So how can I private this? Quick. Okay, the account is private. That is perfect. And then last but not least, oh my gosh, my eye hurts like crazy, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Okay, let me put this. Oh, damn. Put it to my story. All right, perfection. Now let's go. Saying cheese. All right, so let's go. Finally gonna hop in, and because most people voted for this, the goal is I'm gonna be trying to get my JavaScript certification by learning some regex is crazy. By learning some JavaScript by making building a calorie counter, I guess. We're making a calorie counter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it inside of free code. Oh, damn. I'm gonna build it inside of Free Code Camp, and then I'm gonna try to build it on my own, so it kind of is gonna connect, right? So today we're gonna solve some lessons in Free Code Camp, but then maybe tomorrow, well, we might not finish it actually, but maybe in the next couple of streams, I could end up, actually building this on my own, which is gonna be dope. I gotta keep this phone out. I keep forgetting that. Gotta keep this phone out so I can see chat. Make sure y'all end up liking up this stream. Make sure y'all share this stream. Try to get more people up in here. That would be super damn dope. Okay, so I've already went and completed this. I was just trying to take more notes on regex, but I guess I'll come back and do that later. So it says now it's time to test is invalid input function. For this test, you want to check if the function can detect scientific notation like 1E3 or 10E2. While this is a valid way to represent numbers, it's not a valid input for your calorie counter project. So below your is invalid input function, add a console.log statement, call this function, and write that. So we got this console.log statement. That is not a dot. That simply was not a dot. And then I'm assuming we're going 1E3. Either we put the quotes or we don't. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot to call my function. This is embarrassing. I forgot to call my function. It is okay. It's okay. I was moving too quickly. Sometimes you just gotta move slower. I had a weird dream today. Like with some weird people in my life. It made literal no sense. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I'm currently trying to receive my certification. The more steps that I solve, the closer I get to receiving my JS certification. So definitely hit that sub button. Join me on this journey. So it says the match method returns an array with any match found in the string. Okay, so here's the complete breakdown. So 1E3 is the matched value against this, regex. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Index 0 is the index of matched value in the string. Input 1E3 is the original string that was matched. Groups undefined are the matched groups, which are not used in this case. So you will learn more about groups later on. Somebody told me that there was a better, maybe like you know how I think Flexbox has like a frog game, Grid has a game. I think someone said that regex has a game too, or has something similar to that. If you're in the comments, I don't know if you're here today. Probably not, but I'll probably have to watch my last live to see what they were talking about. I meant to screenshot it. But now it is time to test for valid inputs. So update your console statement to the following. Console.log. Oh, I guess they gave me the answer. Oh, update. Never mind. But they still technically gave me the answer. I don't know why they made me do 10. So now I gotta check the console. Oh wait, I'm stupid. They have the console right here. I think I just have to swipe it up. That's why I'm like, why can't I see none of this? Oh my goodness, y'all. I've wasted so much time not being able to look at that. You say, oof, you hate it? Yeah, I'm honestly confused right now. So right now we're making a calorie counter, but currently they are teaching me about regex. I think they may have stopped. Now I'm learning about the match method, or honestly, it's probably a mix of all three. So I was gonna take more notes on regex later, but the more that they're teaching me here, maybe I'm gonna start understanding. But definitely going through it, definitely having a bunch of confusion. But I do have my notes somewhere that I'm gonna take down to get myself to understand a little bit more. You say, love it, bro. Hey, that's what's up. Thank you so much, man. We're trying to get this certification. The more steps you solve, the closer I will get to it. I already got my responsive web design cert. Now let's get this JS. So when you open the console, you should see the result of null. The match method returns null when no match is found. In this case, the invalid input function should return null when the input is a valid number without any scientific notation. So null in JavaScript is a special primitive that represents the intentional absence of a value. In a Boolean context, null is considered a falsie, which evaluates to false. Now that you finished testing this, you can remove it. So they all only wanted to give me a definition on null. I thought I already had a definition on null. This is Mars is the go. Hey, thank you, Foothall. Thank you so much. I just watched your what was it? Your YouTube short of that dude, man. That was super dope. It is super fire what you do there. Your edits. You need to retrieve the value of entry drop-down value to get the currently selected option. 1 second back here. Just gotta do something. Because I don't know what the hell happened to this phone, but I just walked in here. Somehow this phone was dead. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, wait, I gotta keep this one open for the text. It says, but it could come with syntax errors. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I don't even want to think of any of that. That's gonna kill me, man. Alright, let's keep it pushing. Print entry drop down dot value to the console. So on the console. Can I please spell? Well. Console.log. Then it says print this into the console. I don't know, is this what they want? It will capture the initial, in this case, breakfast, and won't reflect any changes the user makes after. I thought it was going to show me, but it will initially get breakfast. Console.log entry drop down value. Oh. But still, how did I get breakfast? Is it because that's the first one? Does it end up just going for the first one at that point? Alright, my bad. Give me a sec. Okay, I just want to make sure how my stream is looking. It looks good. So now that you have finished testing the value, entry dropdown value, you can remove the console.log. Well, we didn't really test anything. They showed me nothing. Your next step is allowed using users to add entries to the calorie counter, declare empty functions, add entry. This function should not take any parameters. Okay, so we're done. So we need to do a function which should be called add entry. Oops. Please, just type. Okay, so now we got an add entry function. I'm petrified. This is the fun part. This is the part I wanted to do, because it's probably kind of what I'm going to need to focus on. But my thing is, I'm wondering, what is this regex really doing? Like, if I'm making a calorie counter, do I need to make a regex? Like, that's where I'm still confused. Probably going to have to ask Google, honestly. He said, but love the idea. Hey, that's what's up. Thanks so much. So now let's keep this pushing. It says, you'll need to know which category. Make sure y'all do end up hitting that sub button. That'll be pretty damn dope. We need one more sub to hit my goal of 1,100. I know up here, it doesn't really show it for some reason. It should show it. Let me fix that. Okay, so you need to know which category the entry goes in. Thankfully, you added a drop-down. So I guess we're going to target the entry drop-down variable. So you can use the value property to get the value. So use a concentration to add I always say this word wrong whenever it comes. Concatenation to add a hashtag to the beginning of the value property of entry dropdown and assign the results to target ID. Okay, hold on. One second, because I need to reread. Assigned it to the entry dropdown variable. You could use the value property to get the value of the selected options. Use the plus, basically adding everything, to add a hashtag to the beginning of the value property of the entry dropdown and assign the results to this. I'm so lost. Okay, so I'm gonna just do what I can hear. It says assign the result a result to a target ID variable. So what, I'm supposed to declare this? So you're assigning that, I'm realizing, so I think we're doing something for a result. And then whatever result we get, then I'm doing the target ID, I think, by the value. If I can spell target. So whatever value that we get up here, which should be the value property of entry dropdown. So am I supposed to do something like this? I don't know, I'm so lost. So am I supposed to do entry dropdown equals to add a hashtag to the beginning of the value property? Of the value property. I'm so lost. I don't know if it's the way that they're writing it or my brain is overthinking. Hey, sub. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Super, super dope from every channel, too. Hey, that's amazing, bro. That is truly, truly amazing. Entry dropdown. You can use the value property to get the value selected. So use the concentration, or whatever the hell, the concatenation, to add a hashtag to the beginning of the value property. And assign that result to the target ID. So there's a value property. And that's another thing that's throwing me off. Like when they say value property, it must have to do something like dot value. But then equals what? Am I wrong about this? Is it supposed to be dot value equals this? Your entry function should have a target ID variable. Okay, so I was right about declaring this. Wait, actually, hold on, motherfucker, because I need to see. And then your target ID variable should start with that string hashtag. What? So let target ID equal. Then you should use this to do, okay, so I got this part right, dot value after your hashtag string. So add a function should have a target ID variable. Your target ID variable should start with the string hashtag. What does that even mean? So am I supposed to do, let me see, am I supposed to do hashtag plus target ID? Variable should start with the string hashtag. I feel like I'm getting so like confused, and watch it be so simple. Okay, that doesn't work. I didn't even know I could do that. Your target ID variable should start with the string hashtag. You should use this to add it after your string. Oh wait, what? You should use the plus to add entry dot. Oh. Hold on, so then this is so confusing. So then this is supposed to be, I'm so lost. Oh, you know, maybe I'm supposed to declare sorry, I don't want to look at the comments because I feel like somebody gave me the answer. So I'm trying to see if I could do this myself real quick. I'm going to do let drop down dot value. Oh, okay. Ooh, I was like wondering. I'm like, it's saying entry, but I'm like, we declared it earlier. That should have clicked for me. That we declared, well, actually, because I was doing dot value, so for some reason I thought that gave that something else. I'm so glad I didn't have to look at the comments because I feel like someone wrote it. Okay, good. No one wrote it. That's good. Well, someone technically. You say you're close, but your variable is target ID. So start with that instead of the entry drop down. I'm so basic. Wait, no, yes. I do know what concatenation means. I was just confused on the way that it was writing it because for some reason when I kept seeing this, even though I should have read the whole thing, that it says I assigned it earlier, I was trying to do it as the variable. The problem was I just didn't read the whole thing. I kept reading this part. But thank God I changed it because I love being able to solve it without like a tip, without a hint. I just want to be able to just get it. So I'm very happy I did that. So you're chasing me, by the way. I'm now learning JS. Hey, you're probably going to end up passing me, to be honest, because I don't really get too much time in my day to study it. But I feel like I am doing like really well from the first time when I was first trying to learn. I'm doing like quite well from that time moving forward. I'm very happy about that. And just, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. And I'm glad that you're learning too. That is super damn dope. Says that was great though. Good walk through the problem. No, yes, I just had to rethink a lot of things there. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. I go live every single day, and I've been documenting this journey since day 0. We are now on day 121, which is super dope. Just hit 4 months. Not sure if that number is correct, but it should be at 4 months. So it says now you need to target the input container element within the element that has your target ID. So declare a new target input container variable and assign it the value of document query selector. So let's reread and let me actually read. Now you need to target the input container element. Within the element that has your target ID, declare a new target input container variable. We're going let. I don't know if it needs to be actually a let or a const, but we're going to declare and assign it the value of the document.query selector. Use concatenation to separate the target ID in this with a space and pass the string to a query selector. Use concatenation to separate the target ID and this. So I'm assuming inside of here, I'm probably writing this. Right? I'm assuming inside of here I'm writing this. But they want me to separate. So what, I'm putting target ID in here? Or am I writing it all inside of this query selector? You should pass the target ID to your query selector. So I'm writing it inside. You should concatenate input to target ID. Remember to include the space in the beginning. So I'm not sure if I'm sitting here writing it inside or not. But I guess we'll just target. I guess we'll trial and error. Trial and error. And then we need to do a space. Something like that. Okay, we're close. You should concatenate. I think it needs to be a space, huh? Dot input. Okay. Is it because no? Could it be? Yeah, no. Okay, the only other thing is maybe it is not. What the hell? Maybe it's not supposed to go inside to the target ID. Unless they're basically saying to flip this. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm supposed to flip this. You should pass the target ID to your query selector method. You should concatenate this. Remember to include the space at the beginning. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh, I thought it said a space in between. So hold on, I think I had it right the first time then. Let me see. I might have. If I didn't, then I'm probably just writing it in the wrong spot. Actually, let me copy and paste this one before I lose that space. This is crazy. I thought it said something about like a space in between, but it was saying a space in the middle. I mean, a space like this. Why would they do that to me? Well, at least we got it. On to the next. You said this is space correct, but I think they want you to add the space at the beginning. No, yeah, that's what they wanted. What's up, GG? What is up? Hey, what is up, everybody that is in here? Make sure y'all definitely hit that subscribe button. The more steps that I solve, the closer I get to receiving my JS certification. I've already done this with responsive web design. If y'all ever want to go back and watch that journey, I posted every step of the way. Also, I've been showing my journey since day 0. So it's been about 4 months as of today, and day 0, I didn't even have a laptop yet, documented from then all the way up till now. You definitely check out those videos. It is super damn dope. So JavaScript has a feature called temperate literals, which I think people were just trying to teach me. So I'm definitely going to take a note on this. I was just learning about regex, but I think I'm going to move probably another page forward just so my notebook isn't, confusing. But I definitely want to take notes on this one because someone was just trying to show me this. So temperate literals. Hey, what is up? What is up? How is everybody? So it says, which allows you to interpolate variables directly within a string. So I guess this is going to be our little definition right here. Allows interpolate variables. That is pretty good. Variables directly within a string. Directly within a string. I cannot wait to receive this certification, man. It was really great when I got the responsive web design, but I feel like for me that felt a little bit too easy. This one feels like a challenge. It says, do you do bootstrap, my bad, or Tailwind after CSS? Currently, I do want to do Tailwind, but I have not done it yet. But I'm probably not going to do it for a while because I want to get myself used to, I want to get myself really used to vanilla everything, just so before I jump into things that are going to make it a bit easier, I want to just be able to know it, kind of, in a way. Even though a lot of it is going to be just a lot of trial and error, to be honest. I don't think people just know unless you use Tailwind and type shit, because then you got a layout. But I just want to be able to get better at it. It says it's like strings and Python, great for URLs. Well, I actually never, what is it called? I actually never learned Python. So I actually don't get the reference. It says, what are you looking to make with JS? My goal is to eventually become a freelancer. I want to make websites for, sell websites for people, like small entrepreneurs, let's say barbers, nail techs, hair techs. You're probably going to get $50, maybe $100 off of them. But, imagine having multiple clients, having them signed to a maintenance fee or a hosting fee. You could make a pretty good money. I'm not expecting to pay the bills with it though. The goal is to eventually Like the goal is to eventually pay the bills with it, but I do know that I'm gonna need a lot more of experience over money. So I'm gonna be choosing experience over the pay. So even if it means charging people very little just to get to make them a website and for them to like, word of mouth my name, my experience, then I'll choose that over anything. But that's really the goal. Because right now I already have a job that covers the bills. So for me, I'm kind of doing this more as like a side hustle just to make a couple extra bucks. But of course, if you could work from home making people websites, that's the dream. Well, the dream for some people, but it's definitely the dream for me. I would definitely love to work from home. That's my goal. In all honesty. It says you're doing God's work helping small businesses. No, big facts. That's the thing too. It's like the thing is like so many people come into this field and they're trying to expect to help like big businesses or like huge businesses, and then they're like, damn, I couldn't get a deal. And it's like, but you don't get the deal because you're targeting people who probably already have good websites, and or two, you're targeting people who are gonna get better offers from bigger companies that are probably gonna make a better website than you could, right? So it's like when you start with the smaller companies, you're benefiting yourself, but then you're also benefiting that actual company because people aren't gonna reach out to them to make them a website because they're gonna think, damn, they're gonna charge very little. I don't care to make them a website. It's like, no, I actually care about them too. I want them to grow their business. And I know that if my website, can perform good, it could bring them more business. It could show the professional side of them and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be super damn dope. So did you find CSS or any part of CSS difficult or was it smooth? I would say I definitely had some bumps in the road, but it wasn't as hard as JavaScript, I would say. Definitely, it wasn't that difficult. But there was, it was a bit rocky at certain moments when it came to learning certain things. Like I think the biggest thing with CSS that's difficult for me is layout, trying to just get the layout right. If you mess up in one spot, which I did one time, I messed up with using positioning, you kind of just either you go back and you break everything to try and fix it, or you just say F it and keep moving forward. And most of the time you're just gonna say F it or you're gonna scratch the whole thing. And that's where it kind of gets annoying. So if the layout isn't right at first, it's gonna screw you. It says I learned Tailwind after React, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It is worth it learning CSS frameworks. I think it's pretty much worth it. I just think personally, just make sure that you learn it vanilla style first, because when you get into a company or you get into a career, like let's say you're working with other people, they're gonna tell, oh, you don't know vanilla. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna tell that you don't really know what you're doing. You're just going based off of what is it, like templates basically, but it's still kind of coding. I don't know, it makes it easier, but I heard someone say that they were able to tell that people were not learning it the correct way. So replace your concatenated string in a query selector with a temperate literal. Be sure to keep the space between your target ID and this. So temporal literal, so I'm getting rid of what? So I'm getting rid of the concatenated string. So am I just deleting everything? Oh, wait, never mind. So be sure to keep this. Get rid of the plus. Keep forgetting. Oh, they're teaching me this. Somebody just showed me this. Hold on. I'm about to fumble this hardcore, y'all. This is the first time I'm learning this, but someone just showed me this. Template literal. So, wait, actually, I'm actually lost. Because where am I adding this? And what am I adding? So my name is, and then it's Naomi / this. Okay, so what? So this is the key. This is what they want me to do. But I don't know what they want me to put inside. The value of the variable will be inserted here. So am I putting target ID in here? Wait, so then I don't do a plus no more, or oops, my goodness. Let me see. Do I do a plus? Okay, no, I don't do a plus. Am I tripping? I think I'm getting lost. I think I'm getting lost here. This is unexpected token. I got a syntax error. But where exactly? I have a syntax error. It's probably this that is showing. But this is not helping me. This is not helping me whatsoever. I don't know where my syntax error is. It's probably this. But it says replace your concatenated string query selector with a temperate literal. Be sure to keep the space between your target ID variable and the input. Am I tripping? You should use a temperate literal in your query selected method. Your temperate literal should have the value target ID. Okay, so I did that. Oh, I'm still doing the plus. And I guess you don't need quotes. Okay, that was where I was going wrong. Okay, and apparently it doesn't need the space no more. What the hell? Okay, never mind. Doesn't need the space or not? It says keep the space. Fine. What the hell? Hold on, this needs to open up a little more. What the hell am I doing? You got the $sign. Hold on. F this. Maybe I'm mistyping. Okay, that still didn't work. And your query selector? So it's still saying something about a syntax error. But where? Where the hell? Because I keep saying it's here. Is it this? But this is what they literally told me to write. That's literally what they told me to write. Do I have it? Yeah, because if I do this, yeah. Target ID dot input. But it does say to have a space though, so I'm confused why that's not working. Because it says be sure to keep the space between your target ID variable and the dot input. Yeah, I'm actually lost. I don't know. Because you're not supposed to have a plus. And then this is acting up. So is there supposed to be like a space here? I don't get why that has a space. Let me like erase the whole thing. Would it work? No, it won't. Am I writing this all in the wrong spot? It says, hello, my name is this. Maybe I'm supposed to do that weird little fucking, sorry for cussing y'all. But am I supposed to do this weird little thing like this? I don't know what the hell this is. Like, I don't know what the hell anything is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need help on this one, y'all. I thought I could get it on my own, but I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh wait, let me at least close it correctly. You say, let me see. Use the backticks, but why the fuck? Why would they basically make it seem like I didn't need to use the backticks? And I can't even find my backtick on my keyboard. Oh, right here. Oh, okay. They definitely made it seem like I did not need to use these backticks. Okay, perfect. So that was literally all I needed. Terrible. Just terrible. I think the problem was that I was looking too much at the console log, and they just made it seem like you didn't need to use the backticks. But granted, I should have seen the example and thought, yeah. But the example was a little bit different though, because this is a declared variable. This one's more like I'm doing it inside of this query selector. I honestly didn't even know that you could write this much like stuff inside of your query selector. That's insane. But it says look at the example. It's a clue, syntax error, surrounded by backticks. They told you, read the beginning of the problem. It tells you to have backticks, lock it in. Oh no, big facts. I definitely missed that then. But I think it was because I was too busy looking at the console for some reason. I don't know why I was doing all that. Hey, what's up? That's what's up, y'all. We have I think like a record high of people in here. Definitely make sure y'all end up hitting that sub button, man. We finally hit my goal. That is what's up. The next goal should be 110. So we need about, let me see. We got someone who subscribed 2 minutes ago. We got 5 Gen Light. We got someone 13 minutes ago. Strange 2X. Pico D Rooster. It's crazy, by the way. But alright, let's see if we can end up hitting the rest of my goals. So thanks for the temperate literals. You actually don't need the target ID. Why? Why would they do this to me? So remove that variable, update your template. I just gotta speak slow. You actually don't need the target ID at all. So remove that variable. Oh wait, wait, okay, hold on. Up here or up here? And add your temporary literal to replace the target ID with the entry drop down dot value. Remember to add the hashtag before that in the string. So remove that variable and update your temporal literal to replace the target ID with this. Remember to add the hashtag before that in the string. What the fuck? Okay, so I'm assuming you're supposed to copy this. You're probably pasting it there. But then when it's saying remove that variable, is it saying like get rid of it from the template literal or get rid of it from like up here? Remove that variable and update your template literal to replace the target ID with entry drop-down value. Remember to add hashtag before that in the string. And then we need to do something with hashtags. So you should remove the, okay, so they do want me to get rid of this completely. And you should replace the target ID reference in your template literal with that. And you should add the hashtag at the beginning of your template literal. So what? I'm supposed to put the hashtag here? Do I need a space? Okay. That's not how they want that. Remember to add the hashtag before that. Like literally before? Okay, yeah, no. Okay. Let me reread. You should add the hashtag at the beginning of your template literal. And then I'm assuming that needs to probably be closer. You actually don't need the target ID. Remove that variable entirely and update your template literal to replace the target ID and entry dropdown with the entry dropdown value, which we did. And then remember to add that hashtag. So that the only thing I'm getting confused, or not getting confused, but just not doing, is adding this hashtag. Now I don't see where it's supposed to be because it says in the beginning, so it could either be before all of this, it could be within all of this. So maybe here. Oh, okay, we did it. We did. I thought I wrote that there, or did I put it here? But all right, that was simple. That was simple. Just had the trial and error. Put it in a bunch of different little spots that seem like the beginning to me. It works. So it says, oh damn, all of y'all are typing a lot. It says, Marzi, do you have any tips or motivation to code? Hey, what's up, Pixie? Do I have any motivation or tips to code? I would probably say your best motivation is really, for me at least, is documenting my journey. It's because I tell y'all I'm going to do this. I feel like I have to stick to it. So that kind of keeps me pushing. It's an expression. You write these long expressions inside variables, query selectors. Yes, temporary literals are a way to write strings without the plus. Oh, then this is, well, I prefer the plus at this point. It says, Pixie Sue, oh wait, someone says, Draco, imagine yourself with no job, no nothing, then motivate yourself to not get distracted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So it says, was that an insult as in, hey, plus name is this? Yeah, so now I'm getting it. That's actually a very good example. Thank you so much from Abdel, I believe. They gave me such a quite a good example. So you could do the method inside of the template literal, right? I'm learning C++. I'm learning Lua, Roblox, Studio Game Development. Hey, that's pretty dope, man. That's so dope. My motivation are small projects, no big facts. Oh, Clark, that's something that I was just mentioning because I actually do make a lot of small projects, but I feel like some people probably don't think I make projects because when I come on here, I just do like free code camp or I learn. I actually do make a lot of projects. I've made a lot within these 4 months and I'm currently making some now and I have plans for some in the future for later streams. So definitely, I do be making projects. But it says, yeah, I know a little of C++. Okay, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope, man. I cannot wait to end up learning more. Now, by the way, when I am solving these, unless I ask for help, because the reason why I don't look at the comments when I'm solving these is because sometimes I could figure if I'm going to get it or not, but I like to put my all into trying to get it. before I get help. So definitely, if I ask for help, then give me help. But if I don't ask for help, don't even give me like no hint. Wait until I ask for help. You can still comment though, but just make sure it's not about help, so I could just look down and read y'all comments instead of having to like reread it later. Says, to tell you, people would not call it standard. They call it something else. Your keyboard name. Are you asking me for my keyboard name? I think mine's is it says it's either Kalim or it's Klim, but I think it's Kalim. So you want the number. Whoa. You want to number the entries to users. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Every time I just mess up, start from the beginning. You will want to number the entries a user adds. Should I let that slide? To get all of the number inputs, you can use the query selector all method. Oh, damn, this is super damn dope. There's a lot of notes I'm gonna have to be taking here. So I got my template literals. Now I'm gonna have to take a note on this query selector all. And I'm actually happy that I just learned about this template literal though, because I definitely could be using that pretty soon. What's the site? This is free code camp. It ends up giving you a certification towards the end. So the more steps that I solve, the closer I get to my certification. Make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button and get me to my new goal of 1,110. I know I didn't necessarily update the goal, but that is the new one as of right now, which should be super damn dope if we can end up hitting it this live. So it says the query selector method all. The query selector all method returns a node list of all the elements that match the selector. A node list. Okay, so now let me write that real quick. So returns a node list. List. If I could spell, which is an array like object. An array like object. So you can access the elements using the bracket notation. Okay, that's cool. So you can access the elements of this bracket notation. But yeah, so you end up getting a certification from here, which is, I've heard, industry recognized, but it's not like accredited. So it doesn't necessarily mean every industry has to recognize it. But it could be recognized, right? It's a pretty cool thing to have under your belt, you know, to be honest. It says, when you get to tyrannies, life changes. I don't know if it's for the worse or the better. I don't think I even pronounced that correctly, honestly. Saying only 8 likes, people. Oh, on my end, it shows that I got 29 likes. It shows I got 29 likes. It's probably because you're still in the live. So it probably shows like from when you did it. I got about 29 likes, which thank y'all so much for that, man. And thank y'all so much for subscribing. All the new subscribers that just ended up coming in just now. That is super damn dope. Truly thank all of y'all. So we got that. Declare an entry level variable. Don't know if they want me to use a const. Let me just go let. They're probably going to beat me up though. They're going to be like, please use a const here. We're going for a let variable. And give it the value of target input container dot query selector all. Damn, what did I do? I don't even know, but oh wait, hold up. You do not need to pass an argument to the query selector yet. Okay, so they're gonna let this slide. 45% complete, by the way. Also, this is gonna be a project that I'm gonna make without Free Code Camp's help. So I'm trying to learn, a bit of what's going on here. I'm probably not gonna do exactly what they do. I feel like I'm probably gonna see if I can find more of because there's so much steps here and there's so much things where they're trying to teach me stuff. Excuse me, rather than me actually, which I don't even know why I said excuse me as if like I burped, but rather than me actually understanding, they're trying to teach me stuff rather than just jumping to the point. So I'm like, I don't know if I could use this code to make it, maybe when I get to the end or something, but eventually that is going to be the goal right now. So this is nice laptop, by the way, and I'm ADHD as well. 29 likes now. Hey, that's what's up. Thank y'all so much. You said says, with the pace of AI now, is it worth learning? It would soon take our jobs though. I definitely don't think it will take your job unless you're comfortable with where you're at and you're not willing to keep learning and you're not willing to implement AI into your work, right? Because you can't avoid AI. If you're someone who's going to avoid it and not try to work with it, then you're going to be replaced because it's going to be able to do things that you could do. Also, too, there's a lot of people who get comfortable while AI is always getting better. So you gotta always get better and know how to work with AI in the long run. Because if you could work with it, it will help you rather than take your job. Obviously, if you're not gonna learn AI, you're gonna fall off. Especially too with like entry level jobs, AI can take a directive and give an answer. So it's like if that's all you could do, you just get told something and then you could do it, then yeah, your job might end up being taken. But when you actually can know how to problem solve, you can transcribe what a client wants to work, like whether that's a website or an app, right? Then you will always have an advantage over AI because AI can't do exactly what a client's image is on screen, basically, or on app, on website. You know, with AI, it's like you can even try it now. Yeah, they may be able to make the website, but then it might not come out to the exact idea that the client wants. It might be like, okay, the client may be like, okay, you know what? I kind of want red here. I want this up here to look like this. This actually looks too close. Can you move it to the right? Now you need to hop in as a human to move that to the side, right? You know what I'm saying? You need to hop in to change that color because if you try to do that with AI, they might overdo what the hell you just asked them to do and it's going to ruin the whole project. So it's like, to an extent, they're going to take jobs, but they're going to only take the jobs of people who are comfortable and who stick to entry level things and stick to beginner level things. When you actually get yourself to learn more than that, you're not getting replaced. It's actually going to help you as long as you work with it. It says, well, that's personally how I feel. You could probably have a different opinion. If you think it's not worth it, then you don't have to do it. I personally think it's worth it because either way, there may be AI websites that can make people websites, but if I sit there and I offer them something that is cheaper than what an AI website will cost, you're going to gain that experience, you're going to build up your name, and eventually you're going to get in that industry in no time. Probably in like a year or more. Actually, let me not say no time. It's probably going to be like a year or more. So it says, it's fun until you have to implement an abstract singleton decorator proxy. Oof. I don't even want to think about what the hell that is. Says they are not wrong, very spot on. So it says pass the string input type equals text to the query selector. Oh, okay, I guess they're just gonna keep giving me the answer. Now I'm pretty sure they're trying to teach me something here. Or not teach me, but show me, because I probably would struggle the hell out of that. Remember that if you use single quotes for your string, you must also use double quotes within it or vice versa. So this will return a node list of all the text. Sorry, I'm trying to like see what the hell they're talking about. So this will return a node list of all the text inputs in the form. You can then access the length property of the node list to get the number of entries. So do this on the same line. What? You should pass the string input text to the query selector method. I did. So, okay, fine. Then you should access the length property of your query.selector. Oh, okay, so I'm going dot length. If I could do a dot. Wait, damn it! I was trying to see. Dot length. Actually, you should pass this. So I'm probably putting that in the wrong spot because they're saying I need to pass that string to the query selector all method, but I swear I did that. Swear I did that. Your entry number variable should be the length of the query selector and thing. Okay, so I'm supposed to do your entry number variable should be the length of the query selector all. Your entry number. Oh. So what, I'm supposed to like paste this here? Okay, never mind. The length. Okay, hold on. Overdid it. I think I'm overthinking. Let me just try to do the first thing. You should pass the string input type equals text to the query selector. So I don't know if I'm supposed to do like a single string or something. Copy and paste. I don't know why that's not going through. Unless like, because I know this part is not right. I'm talking about inside. Pass input to this. Remember that if you use single quotes for your string, you must also double quotes within it. Oh my gosh, something in my eye. This will return the node list of all the inputs in the form. You can then access the length property of the node. Oh my goodness, my eye. So do this on the same line. So I'm either doing entry number, which I don't get what that means, do it on the same line. And or I'm doing node list, but I don't even think we have. Yeah, that don't even make sense. Okay, yeah, no, that don't make sense. We're gonna have to see something. So I'm doing query selector, so you should pass this in there. I don't get how that first one's not working. Each entry will have text input of the entry's name and number input of the calories. To get the count, pass the string input type equals text to the query selector all. Remember that if you use the single quotes, you must also use the double quotes within it. This will return the node list of all the text inputs form, which you can access them through the .length property of the node list. To get the number of entries, do this on the same line. Unless I was right about putting it up here, but then I'm probably forgetting like syntax. Is it like this? Yeah, no. I was thinking maybe I was forgetting syntax, but guess not. What, it's supposed to be here? Is there .length? I'm definitely not understanding. So it says your entry number variable should be the .length of the query selector. Variable should be the length. So what, am I supposed to write like entry number in here? I know that's not how that works. I'm like, I know that's not how that works. Come on now. Why is this part so confusing to me? But I swear on everything, it's probably supposed to be up here because it's talking about the entry number, but then it's like, no. Well, I don't even know if this is supposed to be right. I was just adding that to see. So they're saying there's something wrong. Pull this up with here. Equals query selector. Input JS. What is it? Syntax error, missing an initializer and const. Missing an initializer. So what? This is supposed to be like const type? What the fuck they mean is missing an initializer? You should pass the string input type equals text to the query selector all method. Ow. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this part. How am I? Well, I mean, there's no way I could be doing it right if they keep telling me I'm doing it wrong. This will return node list .length property of the node list to get the number. And then obviously this is not working out, but we don't gotta focus on that right now. Because you need to put this in, then you should access the length property of the query selector. Your entry number variable should be the length of the query selector all. So unless I'm supposed to do some like .length here, what the hell? .length here? Is that how you're supposed to do that? Let me see. Is that how you're supposed to do that? I'm also trying to remember like the syntax for .length. Like I know you're supposed to write something in. Oh, I guess you just do .length for real. Then yeah, entry number variable should be your entry number. I mean, what the hell? Should be the length of the query selector. I still don't understand how this part is not working. So we got input, type equals text. So we'll return the node. What in the hell? What in the hell are we talking about? This is absurd. I feel like I should probably save this for tomorrow. Maybe that's why I'm being a little bit delusional right now. Save this for tomorrow. I gotta breathe. Oh, what the hell? Hold on, give me 1 second, because now I just done messed up my whole entire life trying to do this. Trying to do this dumb little thing. Damn. I feel like it's so simple. So I'm doing dot. How am I possibly doing this wrong? Oh, I thought it said don't do this on the same line. I'm like, am I tripping? They're like, don't. I'm like, what? Okay, so dot length probably isn't supposed to go here, but that's why I'm more focused on this. I must really be mistyping something. Your entry number variable should be the length of the query selector. This is quite difficult. This is quite difficult. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need help. Damn it. I really didn't want to have to get help, but I'm actually really lost. You're saying the whole thing must be a string? Return entry number. That's what I'm supposed to do? Return entry number. Yeah, once you get serious about programming, you never go back. What do you... Oh, you mean like the whole function? Like something like this? And what is it supposed to... I doubt I'm doing this part right. I definitely know I'm not. Or is my dot length... No. Is my dot length supposed to be something like this? So what, is it not supposed to be in there? I mean, either way, that's not working. Okay, so now that part works. So you should access the dot length part. So let me copy that real quick. So am I supposed to put the dot length here? Okay, no. So I'm probably supposed to put the dot length here? No. So now we finally got this part to work. But you should access the length property of the query selector all. Dot length here. So it was the quote. Because I had the dot length there at first, but it was the quote. How could I forget to have written in a quote? And honestly, too, I think, I'm going to say what threw me off here. I kept rereading this, and in my head, I was like, we're only using double quotes, so I don't need single quotes. Why do I keep forgetting that if you're writing something in a query selector, it needs to be in a quote? That would not have crossed my mind. The whole time I thought I was mistyping something. I honestly need to take a note of that. And that's insane. But I think it's because normally when I use a query selector, I usually do, like, I don't be writing shit like this. Like, I just write something, like, very tiny. So the fact that it's, like, longer, I think it's just confusing me. My goodness, I'm so upset. Remember quotes, damn it. Remember quotes. Every time you write inside one. Damn, that just pissed me off. That was literally the same reason why I messed up here. Literally the same reason why I messed up here. It was the quote. How am I letting the quotes whip my ass? This is absurd. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. How long have we been on stream for? We've been streaming for about an hour. That is super damn dope. Let me see how much subs we ended up hitting. We finally hit my goal. That is crazy. The next goal, of course, would be 1,120. I honestly had a fun time today doing this stream. I literally had a fun time, even though I'm kind of pissed that I feel like there was a couple things I should have gotten because I should remember to use quotes, and I didn't, and that hurts. 1,110. So we're trying to change up my new goal here. Perfection. But alright, y'all. We've been streaming for about an hour. So if y'all have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments and I will answer it. It says query selector and query selector all takes a string as an input. Yes, that's basically what I mean. I honestly wrote quotes, but I should have wrote string. And that's basically what I mean. Damn, I'm so upset. Because I should have known that. I did that twice already. The last two, I sat there for like 10 minutes trying to solve them. And it was because I missed the string. The most easiest thing. Ugh. That makes me upset. But it's okay. It is okay. I cannot wait to make that calorie counter on my own, though. Definitely. And I gotta remember those damn strings, bro. Because if I don't, none of that will run through. And you know what's crazy? When I code on my own, I never forget the string. I don't know what it is. If it was like, I'm just getting confused by the questioning, if I'm tired, I'm just missing it. If I code on my own, man, that would be insane. But thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much to my new subs. Thank y'all to the old subs. Thank y'all for making this live poppin'. You know, I'm very, very happy that this live was doing pretty damn well. Thank y'all so much. I definitely do need to take a couple more notes on a lot of things here, but I cannot wait to eventually start building this calorie counter on my own. Maybe next stream I probably will look up and research a better, like a more quicker way, just because we didn't really finish, what was it called, the free code camp calorie counter. So I'm probably going to look up a more efficient way of it and then try and figure that out. So what, a string like a rope? I think a string like a quote. I don't know. A rope. I'm not too sure. I'll say like a quote. I don't know what a rope is, because I think I don't know if you're talking about, oh, just kidding, don't burn me. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to like, if there's like a different coding language that uses rope instead. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, string as a quote. I will not burn you. Trust me, y'all have been very nice to me with me learning here, because I'm definitely in the middle of learning. I'm not the best coder. I don't know too much of JavaScript. So y'all have been very, very nice about that. I would never burn anybody, okay? Because y'all could be coming at me right now. Because, you know, I be struggling. I definitely be struggling. But I've been documenting this journey since day 0. I'm coming on to 4 months of learning how to code. You may say, but why is it with JavaScript you're still a beginner? It's just because I want to say for at least this month, maybe a little bit of last month, I've only been able to get in an hour of learning a day. And on top of that, I introduced myself too early to JavaScript at one point that it made me have to relearn HTML and CSS. I want to say when I was 2 months in, or like a month in. No, I think when I was 2 months in. So it kind of feels like I started over, and it feels like I'm really like only 2 months set. But yes, I've finally hit 4 months in. I gotta go and edit this video for y'all. It might come out today, it might not. I'm not sure, because I really do have a lot of other things I want to do today. Oh, thank you to the 3 new subs. Y'all are amazing. Hey, thank y'all so damn much for that one. But I really wanted to get this video out today, but I have things that I gotta do, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough time for it. I might, but that's why I'm trying to get off this live rather quickly. I was hoping I could have came on a little bit earlier, but I think we all had a blast. Thank y'all so much for joining this live. Thank y'all for subbing it up, man. Finally hit 1,100. I'm so grateful, y'all. So grateful. That is insane. We're only a couple days into August, and I just hit 1,000 subs, I think August 2nd. I'm now at 1,100 by the 8th. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. Thank y'all so much for joining this journey. Love y'all. I'll be catching y'all in the next one. I go live every single day. There's only one day I won't be going live this week, and that will be Sunday. I will be making a post about that as well on Sunday. I cannot. It is someone in my family's birthday, so I'm going to be spending time with them all freaking day, so I'm not going to be able to come on live. But after that, man, it's going to be consistent. I'm going to try to keep getting myself up around 12, so y'all know this is the set time for streaming. See y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed. Deuces.